Hi, it's Yash, and I want to talk about how semen retention will help you attract healthy people in your life, or a healthy partner, healthy friend. How is that? Why am I going to, if I preserve my semen, why am I going to attract healthy people? It's because I'm going to be healthy. Okay, so then the law of magnetism or law of attraction is going to be given back to me what I am. This is very logical and common sense. Now, here's where it gets a little confusing is generally, including my previous self, when I meet, it's like when we first meet somebody that we like. You know, if I'm meeting a girl, I put on my best, what do you call it? Fake self, you know? And I try to be, yeah, oh really? Smile, do all this stuff. But really I'm working her. I'm trying to get her to like me. And many times she's trying to do the same thing. When I sit in the park sometimes, I see this go down. I remember I was sitting on the steps of the church, my friend and I. This was about a year and a half ago. And we were talking to a couple girls, and a guy came up, and he's been working this girl for a while. And his first line was like, "Oh, I miss you so much," you know. And then she's acting like, "Yeah, I've been around," but she's liking it. She's liking that attention, and he's liking that she likes that attention. And it's just all about sex. It's like the guy has to work hard to get the sex, and then the woman will. She also wants the sex, but she can't just give it up. So she doesn't feel comfortable having sex with him unless he really puts in the energy and effort. And then what happens after that? They had sex a few times, and it was finished. That's not my definition of healthy. It's cool. I'm not judging it. I never really did that my entire life. This whole macking and working, it's just too much work, And I was never overzealous about sex anyway. So the point is, healthy. If I'm healthy, I'm going to talk about how semen retention makes you healthy and what the definition of that health is. I'm not talking about just being disease-free. I'm talking about health is a balance between your mind, your emotions, your physical body. Everything's balanced. There's some unity. This is health. So when I'm embodying that balance, guess what? I'm gonna be drawn to those. We're talking about girls here, but I mean anybody, friends, employers, employees, anybody that is either manifesting this balance or is in the process of working towards this balance. It means that that's important to them. Some people don't care anything about coming into a semblance of balance. They only want to live to pursue their desires and their ambitions and get their, please their senses and get these hits of dopamine and all that. That's the stage they're in. But I'm talking to more those who have had sufficient experience doing that and see that it doesn't bear any real permanent fruit, any true satisfaction. So those people, you can say they're spiritual sadhakas now, or aspirants, in an authentic way. They've realized nothing out here is going to really give them what they're really looking for, and so now they've turned inward, and they want to see now, maybe they read some spiritual books or something, and they're like, is this stuff really true and real? I want to believe it's real, so I want to experience it myself. And so they start going down that path, and semen retention is usually something that they're going to find. And I'm going to make a video on how semen retention is the core of spirituality. It's really the core of everything. When I want to go back just for a second. See, most people are acting when they first meet somebody, and usually that seems to work, but it's temporary. You see, it never really, you fast forward past all the bullshit, and the act, sooner or later you can't keep the act up. It's just too much work. And then where you're really at inside is going to come out. And then when that comes out, and then also the partner real side will come out, then it gets messy, and then they usually break up. And then they go look for another person who's better. And then they do the same thing, and then fast forward a couple months, and same thing again. Like, wow, why isn't this working? You know, maybe there's no good women on the planet, and then the girl can think, you know, there's maybe no good men on the planet, you know, because everybody I meet is just dysfunctional, and it just brings a lot of pain, you know, in the relationship. See, the ego will never look and say, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I keep attracting these painful relationships in people who have, you know, too many issues and they haven't dealt with them. Why do I keep attracting that? You see, this is an empowering question. This is what a true a being who really wants to transcend this human low-level egoic nature will ask himself or herself. You see, always put the responsibility back onto you. There's a sentence in the 12 and 12, the AA 12 and 12 that says, it's a spiritual axiom. Anytime I'm disturbed, no matter what the reason is, it's my fault. That's a great line, man. If you apply that to everything in your life, anytime there's a problem or some disturbance, and you look and see, how am I at fault? What's going on here? I attracted this somehow. How is it my fault? Now, you see, I always got to say the other side too. Now, if you've had abuse or you've been raped and things like that, it's like, that may not apply. Actually, it does still apply, but it's on another level. I'm talking more on practical level right now. You know, of attracting people in my life who don't serve me, who just after some time it just causes pain. I just, you know, at first it felt really good, like, whoa, I met the one, you know, and then later it's like I met the Antichrist, you know. This is what happens a lot. And so to look at that and see, you know, when the relationship ends, a lot of people, they just go get drunk or go get high, or they get into another relationship and they never really process what happened. Those smart ones, you'll process what happened, you'll look at yourself and you'll say, well, what's going on here? You know, this is the second or third or fourth or 10th time that I've done this. What's going on here? I need to really do some introspection and see, why do I keep attracting these people? And then you can start to transcend that once you realize what the problem is. You can't transcend something unless we know what the problem is, you know. So when we're healthy, semen retention will make you healthy, and then we'll attract healthy people. Law of magnetism. This is just how it works. And one of the aspects of that, you see, when I attract somebody healthy in my life, we're not playing these stupid games that we used to play when I was younger, and when my motives were all screwed up. Like, I was just trying to get a girl because I was lonely, and then I could use her like a drug, and then I wouldn't feel all this emotional turmoil and anxiety I used to have. If I have a woman in my life, that would buffer that. You see, I wouldn't feel so painful. And then, okay, we can have sex and get a hit of euphoria and dopamine, and that's cool. But see, if those are my motives, I'm not healthy. And then if I attract a girl who's attracted to me in that state, she can't be healthy either. It doesn't matter how good of an actor I am. This law of magnetism supersedes the act. You can be sure you can't be healthy and attract an unhealthy girl. When I say healthy, that means mentally, emotionally, physically, or physically. It depends. I mean, if we have some karmic health issues that we just can't help, that's different. I'm talking more psychologically and emotionally when I say healthy, in terms of how the law of magnetism works when we attract a partner. So there's some deeper unconscious thing at work here where we keep attracting ourselves in another form, in one way or another. Our issues may be different on a surface level, but I'm basically attracting myself in one way or another. So that's my point. When I'm healthy, I'm just not going to, when I'm balanced mentally, emotionally, psychologically, if somebody, what does that look like? If somebody takes my parking spot, I'm not going to, reach under my car with get a gun or a tire iron, because I'm just like, how can you take my parking place? There's people that do that. This road rage is insane. I'm glad I don't live in America anymore, especially LA. And so that's emotionally unbalanced, you see. And then what am I going to do? After I get like that, I'm ready to kill somebody, then I'm going to go home, I'm going to see my new girlfriend, I'm going to pretend again, how you doing? Yeah, everything's good, everything's perfect. How long can we really keep that act up? So when we're healthy, we can smell energetically. We can smell this person that there seems to be some attraction to. And it's like, we can smell if there's too much toxicity there. It's not a judgment. It's not like, oh, I'm better than you. It's just you can smell if there's compatibility or not, And you're not so attached to what the form is going to take, because you're not, balance means you're not being pulled around by your mind and your desires and sex addiction and all this obsessive compulsive tendencies that usually make one out of balance. When we're balanced, we're above those. We still have them. I still have tendencies and I'm drawn towards certain things, but they don't pull me. I'm not like being dragged behind the thoughts. My thoughts don't have that much power today because I know who I am beyond my mind. So when you're like that, you just attract someone who can reciprocate this where you're at. And it's a nice dance. It's what a breath of fresh air when you've experienced years of being in toxic relationships because there's some toxicity in you. When that stuff dissolves, when that toxicity dissolves and you're more in a state of balance, and then you attract someone who's balanced, you're like, wow, what have I been missing? This is how it's supposed to be. And you start to appreciate life. You're like, I see why I'm on the planet. Okay. Yeah, it's not to get something to make me happy. It's just to enjoy. We have to find our own inner happiness first via getting balanced. And then we can, this happiness gets expressed into whatever form. Your work, your relationships, your friends, etc. So this is, I would say, true success and the main purpose that we're here on the planet. We're here to transcend this lower human egoic nature and then come into the height of ourselves, and then we can enjoy. We can't really enjoy before that. We can enjoy a little bit, but it's like this, So I hope that helped you a little bit. Let me know if you had any questions about that or anything, and I'm going to get ready to make another video now. Okay, see you.